Jet fans? So, I want to make this quick video about coaching, because I feel like that's something that needs to be addressed. The future of the Jets as far as the coaching goes, because I have a different take on a lot of this than most people do. The way I feel is, I feel like the jury's honestly still out on Rob Saleh, because I feel like the Jets roster is talented, and I'm not saying he has no influence, because I'm sure, he has what he has. He has a way with words. He's a very fiery coach. He can fire up his players. But I feel like the jury's still out on him, because the roster itself, if you're looking at just the roster, is extremely talented. And it's to the point where I feel like most coaches would get at least 6 wins with this team. They're that good. The defense is that sound, and the offense can be competent enough, has enough talent on it to win 6 games most years. Now, Saleh's only won 7 this year with all that talent around him. So, I don't know. I feel like next year, with another offseason, right, with a ton of money that we have, with roster positions, really only 1 or 2 need to be filled. If we're not a playoff team next year, I don't know, guys. I feel like he's gone. I feel like there is enough evidence to put him on the hot seat next season if we do not make the playoffs. I mean, how hard is it to make the playoffs? Like, seriously. I sit here and I start thinking about this, because it's like, it seems like it's the most difficult challenge in the world for us to even make the playoffs, and people are talking about winning a Super Bowl. It's like, why is it so hard? It's been 10 years. 10 plus years. I think it's 12 seasons or something like that since we made the playoffs. That's ridiculous. Why is it so difficult to get in there? I don't know, man. So anyway, I feel like the jury's out on Saleh. We don't know yet. Now, as far as offensive coordinator goes, LaFleur needs to be gone today. He should have not even made the plane ride home yesterday. There's way too many games this year where there were critical spots and whether it be in the red zone or whether it be the start of drives, and we'd be behind the sticks, and 1st and 15, he has no plays absolutely at all in his arsenal to get us the first down, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like you're giving all these players, all these talented players in your team, and you still can't find a way to dial up a play that could get us positive yards. Most times he could not figure it out. He just could not. And then we're in the red zone against the Vikings 6 times and only score 1 touchdown. I'm not going to put all that on Mike White. The Lions game, backed up behind the sticks how many times in that game, and could not find a way. And then there was this game against Seattle where it was 4th and 2 or something like that, and they couldn't. That was more Saleh's fault, wanting to punt the ball. And then they attempted a 57-yard field goal, and then they punted it on 4th down in the 4th quarter. That's what that was. They punted it on 4th down, the 4th quarter, now 2 scores. That's why, another reason why the jury's still out on Saleh. He's made a lot of questionable decisions this year. But anyway, back to LaFleur. I have not seen anything from him that would show me. Here's how you know the system is bad, right? With the offensive coordinator. Here's how you know the system's bad. When you put 4 different quarterbacks into it and none of them succeed consistently. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's got to be the system. And I'm not gonna sit here and let our franchise get ruined while LaFleur learns how to coach. The guy looks clueless every time you go up into the booth. It looks like he's shuffling papers all around the place frantically looking for an answer. It just seems like he's never prepared, and the game plan he never makes adjustments in. The one game it looked like he made some competent adjustments. That might have been just more Mike White moving the chains more, moving the sticks, and not making mistakes in the second half. Was the Vikings game. Other than that, from sample size that we've seen, 2 seasons. I mean, they don't get creative unless they have the lead, and I don't understand why. It seems like this team cannot play from behind at all with LaFleur. And that's a problem, because you're not going to be leading every single game. It seems like when we have the lead, the offense is fine, we're making moves, guys are moving in motion, and we're okay the whole game. But when we're down, it just seems like LaFleur gives up, like he has no plays to call that are competent besides a halfback wham up the middle or a play action slant across the side of the field. And it's just annoying for Jet fans to have to deal with. Ulbrich, because I'm not talking about LaFleur. Ulbrich, I mean, I would put him above the other two, but I would still say the jury's out on him, and here's why. So don't hate me. The jury's still out on him because, again, it goes back to the talent that we have on defense. Mosley's leading that defense. I really believe that. As much as I've hit on Mosley all year in my recap videos about $80 million for him to miss tackles and miss interceptions, he is the captain of that defense. He's adjusting. He's communicating with Sauce. Sauce and DJ are a whole other thing. It just seems, and Quentin Williams on that defensive line, there's just so much talent that I really can't say that I'm confident. And I've seen Ulbrich make some amazing play calls, because I just have not. I've seen it be 3rd and inches, and it seems like every single team can get it on inches, and we can never get it, it seems like, on offense. So it just seems like we don't load the box enough. They don't pressure up the middle enough. And I don't know how much of that is just having faith in Quentin stopping the run on his own, but maybe even so, you've got to mix it up every now and then, Ulbrich. I don't know. And special teams, I don't know. The first half of the season, we had the best special teams in the league, and everyone was singing Brant Boyer's praise. I don't know what happened the second half of the season. I really don't. I honestly don't. And I don't know if that's more on Berrios deciding to not field punts like he's supposed to, and we get stuck inside the 5-yard line like most times, or what it is. But it just, I don't know, man. A lot of self-inflicted wounds on special teams, blocking. I don't know what it is. It's just a lot of mistakes that were made. And so I don't know if I'm willing to sit here and confident. I don't know if I'm willing to sit here and confidently say special teams is good either. Brant Boyer has been there a few years now, though. He's been there with the Adam Gase regime. He might have been there under Todd Bowles, too. I'm not entirely sure. But I do know one thing. We got to get rid of Braden Mann. Plain and simple, he's the worst punter in the league. He punts line drive. He never gives hang time on the balls. And it just seems like he doesn't know how to punt it out of bounds. I don't know why. And you're punting to teams that have amazing returners, like the Patriots, like the Lions. And it's just frustrating. So, but anyway, let me know what you guys think of the coordinators in the comments below. Who needs to stay, who needs to go. I'm not going to get into the details of the smaller coaches, but that's my main 4 and what I think about what the Jets should do in the offseason. I'd say give Brick, the defensive coordinator, give Saleh, obviously, and give Boyer 1 more year, but LaFleur needs to go. I think anybody will do better. And here's the interesting thing. So if the Jets decide to bring in Carr, they decide to bring in Derek Carr, maybe think of getting the Raiders offensive coordinator. I don't know. Or something like that. Whatever quarterback we go after, maybe the Niners, if we get Garoppolo, bring their coordinator. So it's not like everyone's learning a new system. You got some competency there. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. See y'all soon. Peace.